It's Trending Countdown time, where we count down some of the biggest stories of the week. And the first story on the docket happens to be all about Disneyland, some refurbishments, and some emergency closures. Katrina, what's going on?
There was an emergency closure. So last Sunday, Tarzan's Treehouse at Disneyland had to shut down because the bridge, part of the wood plank, broke.
Whoa.
So apparently a father was walking across to try to prove to his children that it was safe, and he was jumping on it, and it broke. So I don't think the kids really trust that anymore. But so they emergency evacuated everybody out. So it closed for a couple days, but it's now back. It's now open. Mm-hmm. They fixed it. So that's pretty much.
Have you ever been up on that bridge before?
Yeah.
And thought to yourself, how stable is this thing?
I mean, it never really crossed my mind. I don't really care about heights, so I just walk across. I get nervous, I guess, if people are jumping on it. Just like when you go into what is the island? Oh my gosh.
Tom Sawyer Island.
Tom Sawyer Island.
Pirates Lair at Tom Sawyer Island? Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah.
No, I'm referring to Tom Sawyer Island.
Oh, okay, got it.
But the ones with the barrels underneath, and you walk across there's barrels and a bridge. Those scare me because I just don't like water, and I don't know how deep the water is. So I'm that I worry about. But this one, I don't know. I'm just I'm gonna walk across this really high rope.
Yeah, I honestly never expected it to have a problem like that. I really didn't.
A lot of people have that sort of sense of security when they go to Disney, it's going to be fine.
Yeah.
I oftentimes would look up there and see, grown men jumping up and down on it, trying to rock it back.
I've seen Indiana Jones run up there.
Yeah, it's true.
Never once considered, well, what happens if a rope gives or a slat breaks or something like that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was kind of scary, but I don't know. I'm sure it wasn't
he wouldn't have been able to fall. There's no way he could have fallen through or anything. But at the same time,
I mean, that's pretty frightening for your kids. You're Dad.
Yeah.
Your foot just fell through.
So much for trusting Papa.
No.
Right.
Not going.
Well, you mentioned Indiana Jones there.
I did.
Segueing right into the next story.
Boom. Okay. So apparently there's going to be a refurbishment on the Indiana Jones ride in 2020 because they filed a permit with the city of Anaheim to replace the centerpiece plank on the bridge. So when in the ride, there is a moment where you cross the scary, dilapidated bridge, and you feel like you're gonna fall and plummet into hot lava. And so they're going to redo it. I guess they're just gonna replace the wood and the wiring and the metal that's connecting, and I think that's it. Is pretty much what I read.
For an attraction that seems to go down.
I hope they do something new for the snake.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Ooh, yes.
I really want them to redo that snake so bad.
Throw in some new snake elements.
Yeah.
That would be nice. I feel like for an attraction that is down most of the time, I feel like every time I walk past there, it's suffering some sort of downtime.
Yeah.
Right? It's notorious for not being up the whole day and not being able to accommodate everybody the whole day.
I think they run into a lot of timing issues is really their problem. I mean, I don't know this for sure, but just how many times it's been backed up while I've been on that ride, it just seems like and something that a lot of people don't know about a lot of Disneyland rides is that they need to keep on moving, and if they stop, they need to stop the whole ride, and that's actually why most rides get shut down, because people aren't moving fast enough to get in or out of them. So I think that's probably the main problem with Indiana Jones. But
it's a massive building, massive show building with a lot of elements going on. And, I mean, it's almost too smart for its own good, from what I understand. It sounds like you drop a map off of your transport vehicle, and that's enough to shut down the whole ride because there's a laser that thinks there's a person out there.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Ears, anything really, right?
I
mean, how many people wear ears at Disneyland?
Right. Yeah. Off those ears go, and you cripple a ride for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
So it'll be nice to see some refurbishment come their way.
I'm excited to see what maybe they'll add new things or better digital effects while they have it shut down. Who knows?
Yeah. I feel like anytime there is sort of a longer than usual refurbishment, some goodies always get thrown in that maybe they had been planning on for a while. And I think about a lot of the Fantasyland dark rides that when those went under, like Alice in Wonderland's a great example. When it came back from its long, lengthy refurbishment, it had all these new elements sort of modernized, if you will, that no one anticipated. So hopefully we'll see that with Indiana Jones.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense for them to do that stuff because the Imagineers just get to practice. It's just practicing, and they get to try out new stuff for new adventures that are coming up. So hopefully it does get some new things. I would love that.
I'm not sure when they're going to shut it down, though. They didn't really say, and they said extensive But it is their 25th anniversary for the ride, so they better so I'm sure they're like trying to zhuzh it up a little bit, make it look pretty for their big 25th anniversary. What is it? March 4th.
So it can't be down for too
2020.
long.
Yeah, so it can't be down. I'm sure it's down like after the holidays, like January when it gets like slow, and then they can do it for a couple months or God knows when it's like slow, and then open it back up for March.
Definitely an attraction that brings in a lot of people. So anytime something like that is incapacitated and not available for the guest culture, it makes a big impact on not only everybody's park day, but also operationally, it makes a huge impact on all the other rides in the area and within the land. So looking forward to seeing what's going to be coming our way.
Yeah.
That'll be cool. Well, in other news, ABC and Disney Channel are going to be bringing the magic of Disney parks to your living room with 3 holiday specials featuring some of today's biggest stars. It's almost time for the biggest holiday parties of the year. This holiday season, ABC and Disney Channel will transport the magic of Disney parks and Disney Cruise Line during the holidays to viewers with 3 magical specials featuring star-studded performances, merry entertainment, and much more. During the specials, viewers will also get exclusive looks at upcoming Disney parks attractions. The Wonderful World of Disney Magical Holiday Celebration, I should say, kicks off the holiday season Thursday, November 28th from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern on ABC and on the ABC app. And then the second being Disney Channel Holiday Party, a Walt Disney World celebration, airs Friday, December 13th from 8 to 8:30 p.m. Eastern on Disney Channel and the Disney Now app. And then on top of that, Disney Parks Magical Christmas Day Parade will round things out. You can't beat the Magical Christmas Day Parade Christmas morning. That'll air Wednesday, December 25th from 10 a.m. to noon Eastern and 9 to 11 a.m. Pacific. Airtimes do vary for that from time to time. So check your listings on ABC and then, of course, the ABC app. You'll get to see performances by Sting, Shaggy, Pentatonix, Andy Grammer, and like every Disney Channel kid star you've ever known or seen. They throw all of them into the mix and get everybody on the show, because that's how you promote Disney Channel. So 3 major elements, 3 major shows coming through not only ABC, but also Disney Channel this year. So we had talked a couple weeks ago about the Disney Parks Christmas Day Parade on ABC and how it's kind of just become really commercialized and really just one long infomercial. You have any anticipation that maybe the Disney Channel one and then the Thanksgiving-esque one are going to be any different?
No.
They'll be exactly the same.
I think they're going to maybe try to promote other things in that current time, like new, shows that are going to be on the Disney Channel and stuff, and that's going to be their commercial to bring on like the new actors and stuff, I'm sure, to kind of like promote that stuff. Yeah, it's going to be like a big commercial again.
I mean, as we had discussed a couple weeks ago, Disney sort of owning Christmas morning, that's such a sacred space, and it's such a big deal to have that prominent spot on ABC that morning when really nothing's on. Everybody's on reruns, everybody's on marathons, that sort of thing, so everybody can go home and enjoy the holidays. So to have Disney doing their own thing on Christmas morning on ABC, it really is just a shame, as we talked about a couple weeks ago, that they don't own it for a different reason, that it's all just one big commercial, it seems like.
After all the kids get presents, now there's like more commercials that they have to,
right.
Like they just open their presents and they're like, Mom!
Here's what you're going to buy next.
Yep. Send me on a Disney cruise.
Yeah. Let's return all these and let's just go do this now.
I need a $400 lightsaber. Let's go to Galaxy's Edge. Yes. Well, very good. In other news, Tyler, it sounds like the Disneyland Resort and their cast members have done a little special something for the community.
Yeah, definitely. So for anybody that doesn't know, Disney has this program called Volunteers, which basically they take money and, well, that sounds worse than I mean it to, but they get
what do they do with that money?
They get donations and they put on, they'll build parks, they'll do all sorts of great things. Anyway, this time, so for cast members that donated at least $1 of their paycheck, this year every year actually they get to nominate a choice for a nonprofit organization, some place that they want to give a grant to. So, and it can be up to $5,000. So this year, as a whole, cast members, they had a total of 84 grants that went to local organizations, and that totaled to be over $400,000. So that's really cool to hear that, the charity stuff is working out. It's always good to see, Disney makes a ton of money, so it's good to see people, doing good things with it. You know what I mean? Like it's always nice to hear everybody doing good things for the community. So that's kind of all I got on that one, but it's nice to hear. Yeah, I don't know.
Definitely. Disney cast members and the whole volunteer program, Disney company wide, give so much more than I think anybody realizes. And, when you think about just in sheer time that cast members around the world give to the volunteer program, I mean, they're recognized yearly by, presidential awards, and they're recognized yearly for being one of the only companies that gives over a certain amount by thousands and thousands of hours. This sort of a thing, to know that this gets pushed out there, that there's a grant going on, and that it happens to be $400,000, and it's giving on top of giving, makes it even more special, especially for this time of year. Thinking about how we give back, to know that Disney cast members, these selfless individuals who already make our vacation experiences so special, here they are on their own free time doing this hard work to help others, and then on top of it, getting these grants and matching and donating even more of their time and money to the communities that they live in. I mean, this is one of the things that I think Disney does better than anybody else, and it never really gets talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very selfless.
People overlook it.
Yeah, and especially in this regard too, is this is all what cast members have done. This isn't even the Disney Corporation necessarily. This is like what the great people who work there have done for all these different local organizations. So that's really cool. 84 grants. I mean, that's a lot of happiness in the world. I mean, that's really nice.
Yep, outside of the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Very, very awesome.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.